The Lord shall smite thee with madness.
We're madness talking about, oh, y'all brothers ain't ready for me. And you can't even put two sentences together clearly. Go ahead. Hey, what's up, Ron Artest? Hey, we love you, brother. Hey, that's my brother, Ron Artest. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. Man of world peace, actually. And you an Israelite, brother. And what we talk about is world peace. That's what we talking about. We talk about world peace right here. And the world is going to be at peace when meta world peace is back on the top of society.
That's right.
When Ron Artest and his people is back on the top of society, that's when the world's going to have peace. All praise to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
America, the ops, you got to peep the plot, cause we was not conquered to fit in a little system. Once the work was done, start building some more prisons, huh?
So we out here, we are the Hebrew Israelites. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you heard of us. They call us Black Hebrew Israelites. Well, we got our brother right here. He's not so-called black. We are actually the dispersed people of the slave trade. The Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, like my brother went through. The multiple slave trades and atrocities that have been perpetrated by all the nations that Psalms 83:1 told us about. See, the Bible told us who our enemy is, and he told us not to trust our enemy. What has our enemy taught us? The Lord told us not to trust our enemies because our enemies was going to teach us and perpetrate things to us that are going to keep us contrary to the will of the Most High God. And like Ecclesiastes says, it says that our whole duty as man are to follow the commandments. So how do you keep a people given a law and given the commandments to govern them down on the bottom of society? How do you make them into slaves? How do you make them into third-class citizens? How do you make them into, excuse my language, warehouse working niggas? Because that's what the so-called white man did. And we will prophesy against Mount Seir as much as we will lift our people up. And I'm not blaming the white man because the Lord made the white man nothing. The Lord said the white man was nothing. The Lord used him as a rod to check us. So the first thing we need to do is check ourselves.
2 Ezra, chapter 2, verse 26. As for the servants who I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish, for I will require them from among thy number.
So the Lord said, it's nothing nobody can do to us. The servants that the Most High God gave the children of Israel in the last days, there is nothing you can do to us. We stand out here bold as a lion. We don't care what nobody have to say. We're going to tell our people where they wicked, and we're going to tell the heathen from Ishmael to Ammon to Edom. Let me give you their current names. The Arabs, the Japanese, the white man, everybody who have drunk the cup of fornication that America has gave. We're going to tell you that thus saith the Lord, you are going to serve us in the kingdom of heaven. But the first thing is for us to get right. We have to get right first before we flip the script and turn these heathens into what they were meant to be. Let me get 2 Ezra 6:54. Go ahead.
God, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 2. Thus saith the Lord God, Salakia, learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn what?
Not the way of the heathen.
See, the way of the heathen is Christmas. The way of the heathen is eating pork. Because guess who brought pork to Mexico and Nicaragua? The Europeans brought them because they were easy to breed. They were great sources of protein, or what he would tell you. But now they'll tell you it causes gout, diabetes, high blood pressure, hypertension. But these are also plagues that were given to us as curses by the Most High God for not being obedient. Go ahead, let me get that.
Right. The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 6, verse 54. And as for these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all. And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
The people, we all come from Adam. And see, that's what the Christians say a lot. Oh, well, we all come from Adam. We all bleed red, right? So the Lord is agreeing with you. We all do come from Adam. Go ahead.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
And the people that God chosen also come from Adam. Go ahead, you get that?
God, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. Above all people.
Where?
Above all people.
Keep reading.
That are upon the face of the earth.
So who is he talking to? Give me Deuteronomy 1:1. What's the context of that verse? Who is the Lord talking to? Who is the Lord talking to? Go ahead.
It's the book of Deuteronomy. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
To who?
Unto all Israel.
So when you read the book of Deuteronomy, you need to understand that it's written to the children of Israel. So the people that God chose were the children of Israel. So let's go back here. We're all sons of Adam, including the people that God chose, the Israelites. Go ahead.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
For where?
For our sakes.
So the Lord made the world for the sake of the Israelites. So tell me, why are the Israelites on the bottom of society? Why do everybody that fit the curses of Deuteronomy and all the prophecies, which are the signs and the wonders to show you who the Israelites are, why are they on the bottom of society? Why are they living in the ghettos? Why are they leading in all the sexually transmitted diseases? Why is the average income of a black and Hispanic man like 2/3 at most of the average white man? Because the Lord said if we don't follow his commandments, they're going to be the head and we're going to be the tail. So how when you tell somebody tells you when somebody tells you you don't have to follow the law, you know what that's really saying? I don't want you to ever surpass me, so stay in sin so you can still be 2/3 of a human being or 3/5 of a human being, and you can make less than 3/5 of what I make. It's basically telling you that you're stupid. Go ahead.
Verse 56, as for the other people,
As for the people who are not chosen by God,
which also come of Adam,
because we all come of Adam, right?
thou hast said that they are nothing.
They are what?
That they are
The
nothing.
white man is what?
They are nothing.
The conqueror is what?
They are nothing.
The conquistadors are what?
They are nothing.
The Englishman that put us on slave ships are what?
They are nothing.
Thus saith the Lord. That's what the Bible says.
Right.
The Bible also says that black is better than everybody else.
Right.
That the Israelites better than everybody else. We always say it, black don't crack. The sister right there probably in her 40s, but she's still looking good. Go look at the Edomite that's 40. She gonna be cracking. She gonna need some plastic surgery.
Right.
But not even on a vain level. Spiritually, we're better. Give me Romans 5:5-3. We on the damn slave fields saying swing low chariot. That's faith right there. What was the so-called Ish small hat man doing in them, what do you call it? Where they had them? Concentration camps. They were skinny, frail. They were just giving up. They were just giving up the ghost. They had no faith. You go look at the pictures of when they came across the concentration camps. They was defeated. You know what we was doing? We was getting up out of there, running away, creating inventions. As soon as they let us go, we made Black Wall Street, and what happened? America bombed its own land. Why? Because black people were prospering and the white man couldn't handle it.
Right.
The hillbilly honkies couldn't handle it. Yeah, I said it.
Right.
We ain't scared no more. The Lord took that spirit of faintness away.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We stood in bold as a lion. And this right here, this the Black Panthers with the Bible, though. That's all they was missing,
right.
was the Bible. We had to put the pork chops down and start following commandments before the Lord gave us a little increase in knowledge.
That's right.
Feel what I'm saying? What I got you on, Hop? Romans 5:3, go ahead.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 5 and verse 3.
And I always say this is a sign of an Israelite right here.
And not only so, but we glory in tribulations.
We what?
We glory in tribulations.
Say it again.
We glory in tribulations.
You know what? When the Mexican man, when they told the Mexican man you an illegal immigrant, you know what he did? He came over here. What did my grandfather do? Because my mom is Mexican. He came over here. He learned English from reading books, and he raised a family with 9 children, and raised them all up to be decent human beings. But see, now it's the next step. We gotta add the law now. See, we gloried in tribulation, but now we have to glory in the Bible and the laws. Let me get Psalms 147 and 19. Drop that second address.
Bring it out.
Go ahead. Isaiah 58:1. Isaiah 58:1. Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans of indigenous descent are the true children of Israel.
That's right.
That's who gonna be in the land of Jerusalem. Not no Palestinians, not no Israelis. The state of Israel is going to be destroyed because God is going to put his people back in the land. Not the Balfour Declaration. Not World War II. Not no Edomite nation is going to put another Edomite nation in there and call them the children of God. That's blasphemy. Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah chapter 58 from the top.
Bring it out.
Cry aloud.
You what?
Cry aloud.
Oh, they some loud niggas.
Cry aloud.
Oh, they a hate group.
Cry aloud.
Why you gotta yell?
Cry aloud.
Why y'all need a speaker?
Cry aloud. Spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
See, this speaker right here is a trumpet. And through the Spirit, we warning our people. Because the dollar is going to shit. We're on the brink of World War III. You got Donald Trump in office, who a lot of y'all Californians hate, and he about to stir up all the drama. He about to stir up all the drama. He about to put nation against nation. We got BRICS, right? Hey, I'll say this: BRICS is more powerful than NATO.
Right.
So what's gonna happen when the American dollar completely go to shit? You know who gonna pay for it? You, with inflation. They said that Donald Trump is raising the tariffs, right? Who does that really hurt? The Americans that shipping their stuff out. You pay the tax. You think the country you shipping it to is gonna pay the tax? You gonna pay the tax. But it sound good to you stupid people, so you believe that he's doing something good. Go ahead. No, give me that. Give me 2nd Ezra chapter 2 verse 3. Go ahead.
The book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob.
He did what?
He showeth his word unto Jacob.
But they tell Jacob don't follow the law. Go ahead.
His statutes and his judgments.
His what?
His statutes and his judgments.
You see, one of the things that God gave us are judgments. He told you, if you do this, this is gonna happen. If you do that, that's gonna happen. Give me no, drop that. Let me get Sirach 5 and 7. Go ahead.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
And that's part of having faith. Having faith is having faith that when God said, if you do this, something bad gonna happen to you. See, but we don't believe that. Right. We just think as long as we can walk across 3rd Street, we Gucci out here. We think as long as this building is up and Steph Curry shooting from the logo, we straight. But all this is what? Vanity of vanities. Vexation. It's gonna be everything you see around you is gonna be dust. When martial law here, what's gonna matter? You gonna know. You gonna have to learn how to. You gonna have to know how to hunt. You gonna have to learn how to hunt. You gonna have to know how to. How many of us know how to skin an animal? How many of us know how to purify water? And these are some of the things you might want to learn how to do, because all this stuff around here that you see, the water department, the electricity department, the man you got to pay to keep the lights on. That's going to the Wi-Fi, internet. That's gone. What's going to matter then? I know one thing. How the women say they don't need a man. That's going to go in the trash can right there. I want to see what the bulldagger's going to do when they come down to that. Because you ain't about to fight ain't no woman, no matter how gay you are, going to fight no real man for no type of material. Go ahead. What's up, brother?
What's going on? Psalms 147 and 20. Salakia 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
And I can stop right there, because I want to just prove to you that he showed it. But let's keep reading, because this is not an all-inclusive book, and we're going to just prove it through the Bible. Go ahead.
He have not dealt so with any nation.
He have not dealt so with any sinner.
He have not dealt so with any nation.
He have not dealt so with people who believe in Satan, like the damn Edomite Christian said. See, this is about nations of people right here. And if you fall on the wrong side of that chart, you got two things to look forward to: hellfire and brimstone, or service to the true children of Israel. That's your salvation for the heathens. That's your salvation. And we don't care if you got kids, or you got Serena Williams, you got married to a white man, or if you're a black man with a white wife, and take it how you want to call it. Hey, she gonna be a good slave in the kingdom of heaven. Maybe she'll be yours. The Lord said, pray for the heathen for an inheritance.
That's right.
Go ahead.
he have not dealt so with any nation. As for his judgments, they have not known them.
Now, Esau obviously does not know the judgments of the Most High God, because if he did, let me get Revelations 18. Revelations 18, where it says, reach into heaven. Go ahead.
Judge Holder.
Go ahead.
The book of Revelations 18 and verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God have remembered her iniquities.
Like to the point of what my brother said. And I always say this, ain't no white man ever spent a day in jail or paid $1 and a fine for anything that they have ever done to the black man, to the Native American man, or to the Hispanic man. If you go do a little bit of digging in history, every single European nation has completely destroyed the so-called Latino, Hispanic man, and black man. The word Hispanic means property of Spain. How ironic is that? That we call ourselves property of the white man. You want to know why? Because you were property of the white man. Because God made you property of the white man. Because when he wanted to be married unto you and gave you a law, you turned against it. And you quarreled and fought against the covenant that was made to save you. Go ahead, give me that.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2 and verse 3.
Bring it out.
I brought you up with gladness, but with sorrow and heaviness have I lost you.
See, he said, I brought you up with gladness. I delivered you out of Egypt with gladness. I had Moses deliver you with a mighty hand in gladness. Read it again.
God, book of 2nd Ezra 2 and 3. I brought you up with gladness, but with sorrow and heaviness have I lost you. For ye have sinned before the Lord your God, and done that thing that is evil before him.
See, and that's the problem. The Lord brought us out of Egypt, brought us out of bondage, brought us out of slavery with gladness. But because of our sin and sorrow, it's like a parent. When you tell your kids, you do that again, I'm gonna whoop your butt. When they do it, sometimes it hurt, but you gotta whoop that. And that's what happened with us, the so-called black and Hispanic man. Whether it be the conquistadors conquering the Mexicans, the conquistadors conquering the Nicaraguans, the conquistadors conquering the El Salvadorians, the English conquering the so-called black man, the English conquering the Native American, the Spanish conquering the Native Americans, the transatlantic slave trade, the sub-Saharan slave. Hey, it's a slave trade they ain't even named yet. What we gonna call it? The Gulf of America slave trade. That's what Trump called it, right? The Gulf of America, right? Well, guess what? It was a slave trade all through the Gulf between Native Americans, Mexicans, from Barbados. It was I like to call it, it was like Walmart. Hey, y'all need some car seats over there? All right, cool, we gonna send some over there. But instead of car seats, it was so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American people. Let me get Deuteronomy 28:15, because we need to understand why. We need to understand why. We need to understand, why did God do this? That's the question I want to ask. That's the question I want to ask somebody. Who want to ask this question? Hey, why did God allow the black man to go into slavery? Somebody got an answer for me? Why did God allow the black man to go into slavery? Why would God do that? Why would God allow the white man to buck break our man and rape our women and steal our children? Who got the heart to answer that? Hey, so-called white woman, why did God allow you and your forefathers to put us into slavery? Can somebody answer me that? Why? Nah, brother, you got a cigarette. Put the cigarette out before you talk to me, brother. You defiling your temper, and I ain't got too much time for you. You the only one that got the heart to answer it. Why did God allow the black man to go into slavery? If God loved the world, why did he allow the black man to go into slavery? Why did he allow the Spanish conquistador to come rape, rob, and murder the so-called Aztecs and Mayans and Incas? Go ahead. Let me ask you. Hey, so-called white man, why did God allow your forefathers to come put the black man in slavery? Nobody want to answer, huh? You ashamed of your own sins, huh? Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass,
This will happen.
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
If you don't listen to what God is telling you attentively and closely, go ahead.
to observe to do all his commandments,
To do what?
to observe and to do all his commandments,
Do all his commandments, go ahead.
and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
All these curses, them sound like bad things. All these curses, go ahead.
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
Who's cursed in all the big cities of the world? I done done research into Bangladesh, into India, into China, into the Philippines, into Indonesia. All the big cities in the whole world, the children of Israel are cursed. You're gonna go see people that look different and have a different spirit. It's nothing to smile about. We talking about slavery, and you looking at your future slave masters.
That's right.
Well, see what they really smiling at? This is what they smiling at right here. They smiling at when they had niggas on boats. They smiling at when they was, you know, the white women used to rape the men too, right? See, when master go take your son to his cousins over there in Mississippi, the white women go in them quarters and say, give me some of that slave deed. And if you don't give it to me, I'm gonna tell master you raped me, and you know what's gonna happen then, right? That's why the black man liked white women so much, because he was forced to have sex with them, or else he was gonna get his head chopped off. And Joseph happened to Joseph. Hey, don't get it twisted. The heathen we been a thing to the heathen, trust me. Because we better than everybody.
That's right.
Cook, clean, and I hate to be very, man, I'm about to, you know what, I'm gonna keep that to myself. Go ahead, I keep that to myself, go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28:16. Cursed shall thou be.
Drop down to 54. Drop down to 54.
54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother.
I always say this. There's no other race of people other than black and Hispanic people that bang on each other and say, what you looking at? Do you know me? You know what white people do when they walk past each other? They smile and nod their head like this. Because they're not under the curses. Go ahead, they will be though. Because they're going to eating each other's flesh when this thing go down. Go ahead.
His eye shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
Which he shall what?
Which he shall lead.
Hey, who is that? Who live in a single parent household? Let me get 68. That was a point of what I was saying. Let me get second Esdras, chapter 5.
Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Lord shall bring us into Egypt, which is Mizraim, between a rock and a hard place, bondage. The Lord is going to bring us into slavery again, right? Why did the black man go into slavery? That was the question I was asking that everybody's scared to answer. But you go to history class and learn his story, though. All we doing is talking about the story of the so-called black man, but nobody interested. Go ahead.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
So when you're sold to another group of people, the Lord, the Bible, who are you people so-called Christians, so-called believing, the Lord said, whoever you get taken to on ships to and sold to are your enemies. And see, that's just how the harmony of the Bible, how you establish truth. The Bible will tell you who your enemy is. It's simple. The people who you were sold to when you got off them damn ships. Okay? Give me go ahead. Give me second Esdras. No, give me Wisdom of Solomon. Actually say that. Give me second Esdras 16 and 2. What? Second Esdras 5. From top.
It's the book of Second Esdras, chapter 5 from the top. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith.
And see, that's where we are right now. The truth is hidden, and nobody has faith. Nobody believes in Christ. The truth is completely hidden. The black man claim that, you know, black don't crack and all this crazy stuff. But no, you cannot drive across the main street and shoot a brother that look just like you if you think that you're the best people on earth. The truth is we really hate each other. We profess love with our lips, but we really hate each other. Just like we profess the love of God with our lips, but we really hate him. Hey, brother, you need to really get sober, man. See, that's sad right there. That's walking around groping at noonday right there. Go ahead, give me that.
That nigga came over here and said, y'all not ready.
You able to take over for me, King?
I'm not ready to see my brother looking like that. You know what I'm saying? Probably about to, somebody he end up in an alley somewhere dead, man. Nobody care about him. But we care about you, brother. That's why we telling you the truth. Stop waking up chasing strong drink. You can tell that brother been drinking since the morning, man. Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy 28 and 28.
See this biblical prophecy right here. Go ahead.
The Lord shall smite thee with madness.
We're madness talking about, oh, y'all brothers ain't ready for me. And you can't even put two sentences together clearly. Go ahead.
And
What's up, Ron Artest? Hey, we love you, brother.
Hey,
That's my brother, Ron Artest. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. Meta world peace, actually. And you an Israelite, brother. And what we talk about is world peace. That's what we talking about. We talk about world peace right here. And the world is going to be at peace when meta world peace is back on the top of society.
That's right.
When Ron Artest and his people is back on the top of society, that's when the world's going to have peace. All praise to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. And thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness.
And look, that brother walking around stumbling like it's no light out here. But the problem is he don't have no spiritual light. John 14 and 6. He don't have no spiritual light. See, we not on a worldly surface. We on a spiritual surface. You gotta have spiritual light. Because if you don't have a spiritual light, you're going to be walking around and you're going to be lost spiritually. You know what being lost spiritually leads to? Chlamydia, HIV, prison, single parent households. We try to give you the spiritual light. The wisdom of this world and everything of it is vanity. Go ahead.
The book of John, chapter 14, verse 6, Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life.
I am the way, which is what I do, that's what you need to do. I am the way. I am the truth, because Christ is the word. Christ is the law personified, right? Go ahead.
No man cometh unto the Father.
No man will ever come into the glory of the kingdom of heaven or have the Holy Spirit of the Most High God that Christ got when he was baptized when the sky opened up. Go ahead.
But by me, and if ye had known me, ye should have known my Father also. And from henceforth ye know him and have seen him.
And that's the only way you make it to the kingdom of heaven. That's the only way you get the Holy Spirit. That's the only way you get the discernment and the strength that Christ got from the Holy Spirit of God when he took death, because that was the will of the Most High God. It's just like being out here. It's cold. I'm away from my family. I'm sacrificed. I got a 3-year-old daughter, but I'm doing the work of the Most High God. What I have you on, King? Give me that Wisdom of Solomon 5. Now I'm gonna end with that. Go ahead. Give me second address. Actually, just give me Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. 2 more precepts. Yep.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1.
Give me all praise to the Most High. World peace. That's what we're speaking about. World peace. Hey, the world will never be at peace as long as the so-called white man is in control.
Right.
Because he's the worst fornicator. He's a born of wickedness.
Why you put that man on blast?
Hey, that is what it is. That's
He probably was trying to be all
hey, it's all better world peace.
Better world peace.
Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness.
And that's what we doing. Hey, I'm a filthy rag in my righteousness, but you know what? I'll follow the laws of the Most High God. And I can say in my righteousness, I stand here in boldness against the face of my enemy and against the wicked of my nation. And I'm warning you, because if I don't warn you, then your blood and destruction is upon me. And you know what I'm doing? I'm killing two birds with one stone. I'm trying to save your soul and trying to save mine at the same time. Go ahead.
Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
And that's what we do when we stand in great boldness against the face of these so-called white people, so-called Asian people who sell us these abominable foods, and these so-called Middle Eastern men who want to sell our kids single cigarettes. Hey, they were selling these single cigarettes at the gas station when I was 15 years old. Defiling my temple. Would they do that to their own people? No, they will never let their kids smoke cigarettes. Go ahead. I can't say that about Moab though, because they'll eat a damn dog. But go ahead.
As for such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labor.
Made no account. All that slave work you did, he don't care. You still nigga. Go ahead.
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
What?
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. It shall be amazed at the straightness of his salvation.
And when they see the Lord come back and save so-called blacks who they think are criminals and thugs, and what did Joe Biden call us? Super predators. When he see people that he called super predators getting beamed up in the chairs, when he see the so-called illegal aliens, the so-called cartel members, the so-called rapists that he called all our 10 tribe brothers, that salvation is going to look strange to the white man. Why?
The strangeness of his salvation so far beyond all that they look for.
And like that Christian man right here that was talking about salvation, what he thinks salvation is, what our salvation is going to be, is something way far past anything that he could have ever fathomed. Right. Go ahead.
And they, repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit, shall say within themselves, this was he who we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness.
So he accounted your life to be nothing, and found out that you were actually the Sirach 18:10. Found out that you were actually the true children of Israel, and he's going to be weeping, and his teeth are going to be gnashing when he realized that the people who he thought was just niggas and spicks was actually the chosen people of the Most High God. Thus saith the Lord. Drop that. Give me this. 18 and what? This is what we got to look forward to, sister. This is what you got to look forward to. This is what salvation look like. This is a parable that he gave us as far as what salvation is. Go ahead.
Sirach 18:10, as a drop of water unto the sea,
just like a drop of water is compared to the ocean,
and a gravel stone in comparison of the sand.
And a little piece of sand compared to all the sand in the world, right? What is he comparing this to? Go ahead.
So are 1,000 years.
That's what a little grain of sand and a little drop of water compared to the ocean is like 1,000 years compared to what?
So are 1,000 years to the days of eternity.
That's how long eternity is. Eternity is so great. 1,000 years compared to eternity is like a little piece of sand compared to all the sand in the world. Right. That's what we working for.
That's right.
An eternity that you cannot fathom. An eternity that God won't even give us the understanding of it yet. So don't sell your soul for that contract. Don't fornicate for that box. Don't smoke that weed for that feeling. And brother, don't eat that pork because it tastes good.
That's right.
Because like I always say, I'm going to close with this. Hey, when you're having sex with a woman that got HIV, I bet you it feel good, but the latter end is death and destruction. Right. All praise to the Most High. Come here, Nasrallah. You are the true children of God.
America, the ops, you got to peep the plot, cause we was not conquered to fit in they little system. Once the work is done, start building some more prisons, huh? My people catching cases, double life you facing, scattered all across the world, I see familiar faces. Say we all humans, why they treat us racist? Time to put these devils in their habitation. Free my reliquan, Mike. Baby GB, what it's looking like? Free the homie Will, free the homie Dice. Prepare yourself for war, cause we could die tonight.